Even Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam allowed hypocrites in his ranks, didn't he? There were hypocrites in the ranks of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Medina. But you know what? He wasn't naive to them. He was never naive about it. It's not like he didn't know better. He understood that there are red flags. I'm not going to judge their heart, but I can see from the behavior there are some concerns here. There are some issues here. So he would exercise caution. That's why the Prophet ﷺ had an inner circle and then an outer circle. So actually, we're asking Allah Azza wa Jal in this dua, by extension of Ibrahim alayhi salam, that we have an inner circle of people in our life that are inherently good. Because being around them, they will be able to see the good in us and they will be able to see the bad in us and correct us when we need to be corrected, right? And as someone who is by himself called an ummah, as a lone person, he's called an entire nation. Even he is describing his need for being around good people. So even though Muslims are not shaped by their environment, we are shaped by the faith that we carry inside of ourselves, regardless of whether we have an environment or not. It cannot be underscored. The value of good company cannot be underscored. It's not something that's less valuable. So his own decision making, and ya Allah, join me among good people. And you know what? Maybe sometimes you're not around good people in this life. Perhaps you can be with them in the next. You know, there are people I didn't know when I started teaching Arabic online, and people started joining from all over the world. Sometimes people would write to me that are like the only Muslim on their island, and they're studying Islam. They're studying Arabic now, and they have no company of, that can support their faith at all around them, right? But I would add something more about the word salih, because Allah Azza wa Jal describes people of the book, right? Christians and Jews. He describes them. In one place he says, وَمَا يَفْعَلُ مِنْ خَيْرٍ فَلَنْ يُكْفَرُوهُ وَاللَّهُ عَلِيمٌ بِالْمُتَّقِينَ. And it says, وَأُولَٰئِكَ, before that in Ali Imran, وَأُولَٰئِكَ مِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ. Why does he say that about those people? He says they are from the good also. They are among them, they are good also. And whatever they do will not be taken away from them. Meaning they have the potential of real iman in them. You don't have to think of good as Muslim only, right? There's people that Islam is already inside their heart, their fitrah is intact. You will meet non-Muslims in your life. You can tell by their nature, this is a good person. This is a good human being. This is an honest human being. This is a moral human being. This is a person of good character, right? Not all Muslims are the same. Not all non-Muslims are the same, right? And there can be those that have sulh in them. They are among the salihin, even though they haven't been exposed to Islam yet. And they can become, once they become exposed to Islam, they will easily accept it, So it's not a myopic view that's being offered in these words. But of course, in the akhirah, it is the other meaning of it. Give me good decision making in this life and join me in the company of the righteous in the akhirah. Allah Azza wa Jal also, he takes this dua of Ibrahim alayhi salam, and in another place in the Quran, he actually turns it into a promise. Interestingly, that's in Surah Al-Ankabut, where also Ibrahim alayhi salam was mentioned. And there Allah Azza wa Jal says, وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ لَنُدْخِلَنَّهُم فِي الصَّالِحِينَ. Those who believe and those who've done good things, we will absolutely infuse them. We will inject them into the company of good people. Like Allah will take you and bring you into the company of good people. If you can show Him that you're committed to faith and doing good, He will bring good people into your life. You won't have to seek them out. Allah will put them in your path. Whatever path you're on, Allah will put good people in your path because you've shown Allah a commitment. And then other ulama looked at the second dimension of that ayah also, that of course we will enter them into the company of good people in the akhirah.